Yo guys, welcome to Fortnite Save the World. Today we will be checking out the best heroes to recruit from the collection book. So as you guys know, there is this hero update thingy, and I thought why not just check out the heroes you can recruit for the legendary flux and the training manual. So we'll be checking out the hero stat and the expansion people. The first hero we will be checking out is the Rescue Trooper Ramirez. You can also get her as Havoc. Okay, Rescue Trooper. You can still get it, I believe, for the Twitch Prime. Rescue Trooper Ramirez it increases the assault damage by 70%. Really great hero for assault damage for your heroes like First Shot Rio and those kinds of heroes that specialize in that assault damage. Also we have Urban Assault Headhunter. For each shot increase headshot damage by 4% for 2 seconds up to maximum of 5 stacks. Of course this is a pretty good really good perk if you think about it at first sight, but then you also need to get every single headshot. So like if you're new to the game and you're like in the early stages, then you can really use this. But for me, if I'm fighting with a let's see, a smasher, I won't be using this, you know. So I don't have Urban Assault Headhunter in any of my builds. Now, Survivalist Jonesy. This is one of the best heroes to get for your perks, because Survivalist elimination heal you for 93. Eliminations heal you for 39 base health over 3 seconds. Duration refreshes when additional eliminations. Of course, this is really great for just every kill you get more health. I have him in every single one of my builds. He is just so straight up just super good, you know. I really recommend you get this hero. Of course, Master Grenadier Ramirez. After you get her, you get the team perk for Stay Frosty. I don't really use Stay Frosty that much, but it's really I see people use it sometimes, so it's not that weak of a perk. I mean, like you could get her if you have like a lot of recruitment things. I already had her, and of course increase frag grenade radius by 50% if you want to use a frag grenade based hero. You can just, she's a must get, you know. Now, power based Nox. He is one of the best base heroes because of his power modulation. Structures affected by base are healed for 11% max health every 10 seconds. Of course, there is this one huge build that I think White Sushi came up with at first. It's now on screen. And this build makes sure that you can just stay around about AFK around your base and just stay inside. You don't have to do that much, just all you need to do is get some stalling traps. You can also get power base from the limited edition, I believe. I also have them. It's power base Penny and power base Kyle. I use them a lot. Especially I use them on SSDs. It's a really great hero. I really recommend you get this. Really quick to mention, Guardian Bull increases hardware critical rating by 70%. If you want this kinetic overload, just use him. Or just use him in the standard perks for like this kinetic overload. It's really good. It hits enemies after a melee critical hit. So this heart rate critical rating is just something you would want in your build. You can also get Guardian from the Xbox or PlayStation, I believe. I don't know. Let's get going. Now base Kyle, really quick, increases building health by 28% or 84% if you use him as your main hero. I mean, like, he's a great hero for base heroes, but like on its own it's not that great of a perk. But like it's a quick mention. Mega Base Kyle. This one is great for you constructors out there. Increases base connectivity range by 1. This is the only way to get your base bigger. He is the only way. I of course got Mega Base Kyle when I think with the Flintlock event. He was in the event store. So I really recommend you get Mega Base Kyle if you have already got him. For the ninjas, Swordmaster Ken is the only hero worth mentioning, because during Shadow Stance increase sword damage by 25%, and you get that team perk of 1-2 punch. I personally don't own Swordmaster Ken, it's the only mythic I do not own. Main reason because I don't use ninjas that often. But it's a really good hero because every ninja has a Shadow Stance, so I really recommend you get this if you are a ninja user yourself. Also for farming 1-2 punch could be really useful for you. Now for the Outlanders, Enforcer Grizzly. He also has a reskin, it's Jingle Jazz, which you could have gotten in the last event, the winter event. Increased steady duration by 4 seconds. This was the former Commando perk, the Commando Spitfire. Now of course it has changed into an Outlander, and now it is the Enforcer Grizzly. This is the only way to buff up your Teddy duration, so if you're up for the Teddy, you should really get him. Now real quick, Pathfinder Jazz, still the best farmer in my opinion. I really need to redo my older videos like the best farming way, because it's outdated of course. But increases pickaxe damage by 17%. It's not that much, but you will notice it after using her more, and as your main hero by 50%, which is a lot. I mean like really much a lot. So if you're up for farming, I should really recommend you use her. Phase Scout Jess. Before this update I didn't think much of her, but this is the only way to increase your phase shift charges. So like if you really need to get around the map with your phase shift, then Phase Scout Jess is the way to go. Now for the expansion people, Bulletstorm Jonesy. Every shot increases ranged weapon damage by 1% up to a maximum of 25 stacks. Switching weapons or reloading removes buff. This is huge. Especially when you use his commander perk. Every shot increases range weapon damage by 2% and fire rate by 1.2%. I haven't tested this out on my own, but this really is huge, especially when using LMGs, because fire rate by 1.2 and damage by 2%. That really is huge. That is 50% extra damage and 35% fire rate. That is huge. So I really recommend you get Bulletstorm Jonesy out of the collection book. Heavy base Kyle, field base, eliminating enemies standing on structures affected by base charges. Base, after 30 charges, base emits an explosion which knocks back enemies and deals 39 base energy damage in a 3 tile radius. I haven't used this on my own, but I've heard a lot of people talking about this and that it's a great hero for your base. I don't really know, but like I thought I should mention it. So like heavy base Kyle, you can get him. Corrosive Strikes, Deadly Blade Crash, Corrosive Strikes. Melee attacks apply 30% snare and affliction, which deals 37% of damage dealt each second for 2 seconds. This is huge for melee attackers. I know there are not that many melee attackers out there and a lot of melee weapons that are like really good, but like using something like a constructor with your hammer, like a lead sled, or something like a pulverizer, or even just using a ninja, this is a lot. I mean, 37% of damage each second for 3 seconds. It's just like if you miss a target, then you will get a second hit after 3 seconds, you know? It is huge. And even when you use her as your commander, still 87% of damage dealt each second for 3 seconds. That is huge. And at last we shall cover Machinist Harper. She was already a great hero, but still she stays as a great hero. Increased trap durability by 17.5%. Back to the base users, this is huge, but this doesn't only affect the bases. This affects every single trap in the whole game. So you don't even need to place your base down to get this. I would get it if I were you. So this covers all of the heroes you should get in the after the hero rework system. Of course, I will need to redo some of my videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys in another video. Goodbye.